gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome. This is just Sayin. We're coming at you from Tucson, Arizona.
Because
Dirty tea.
all they do is smoke it and drool.
What? It's hot.
Hurt my fucking head.
But it's getting hotter.
Man. Start making
We got a lot of shit to talk about. We gotta have haters. You know what I'm saying? Wow. Have you looked around you lately? Wow.
One perfectly timed positive remark that you make to someone at just the right time, just when they need it most, you can change that person's life right then and there. You can change the whole trajectory of that person's life just by going, yeah, that was really good, man. That was really good. That's all you would have to say. And that person would work 100 times harder to be 100 times better. There's no end to the potential of one perfectly timed remark to another person. And it doesn't cost you anything. In comparison, however, one ill-timed negative remark can be devastating to the point that that person may never ever attempt to do that again. You know, some people, like, they won't say that to you, even though they know that they could. They don't say that to you because that would be giving you that little bit that you needed. And they knew that you needed, that they know you need. And when they deprive you of that intentionally, just because they don't want you to get your attention, that's a true fucking hater. You can say that to a person at the wrong time, under the wrong set of circumstances, and scar that person for life. You just say the wrong thing at the wrong time to the wrong person's mind, and you can crush somebody's dreams. You can literally crush somebody's dreams. And I wonder what it is that anybody could possibly get out of that. What is the reward? What is the payout on sucking somebody's spirit out of them? Just literally sucking the life force out of them by doing that. You know, if somebody's heart is in something, you never discourage that. Never hate on that. It's devastating. Or the worst thing that you can do is just ignore it. You know, that's another thing, you know, the haters do, is the indifference thing. You know, you go to show them something, or you put it out there. You know what I mean? You put it out there, and you know that there's people that see it, but they don't like it, they don't follow it, they don't whatever, but you know that people see it. You know that people are seeing it. It's these kinds of, it's imperative that we start being conscious of what is coming out of our mouths to other people. We need to build. I need to, because I have to remember, I have control over nothing but me. I need to start being that way. I need to start being conscious of what I'm saying to other people, so that I'm going to be building them up instead of breaking them down all the time. Giving them hope instead of just painting this grim picture of what is to be, because what is to be is entirely up to us. It's entirely up to the individual. You make your own reality, and it's your journey. Straight up, it's your journey. Don't let anybody else ever tell you how to live and be your journey. And don't accept anybody else's label for that. You don't have to agree to what other people say about you. You are not the sum of what everyone who talks shit says about you. Trust and believe that. Trust and believe that. Don't buy into what people say. It's all about you and the Most High. You know what I'm saying? For real. Till next time, yo. So then you have the hater that is living vicariously through you. Now, this right here represents a special kind of hater. Somebody who's got so little game that they have to try to bask in your game, or try to in some way take your game away. But I'm just here to tell anybody who's hating on anybody like that, there ain't no way you can take away what the Most High has given a person. Can't do it. And you know what? You can never take that person's place either. Nobody can take my place. Nobody can take your place. Period. There isn't anybody qualified to play my part in this movie but me. And that's fact. So, remember that, boys and girls. Nobody can play your part but you. And we need you on our team. You know what I'm saying? For reals. That he's going to he would rather put the energy in, the jealous energy, into trying to live his life the way he perceives you living your life, while secretly resenting you for it, or maybe even not so secretly resenting you for it, then going behind your back, and dragging your name through the mud. But all the while, living through you. They never miss a post. They never, they keep an eye on everything that you do. They're not around to celebrate it with you, and that pisses them off. They're not around to feel the energy that it produces, but they would much rather sit and watch and be resentful about it and hate on it, And that's just the thing, you know. I don't go out of my way to hurt anybody. Why? You know, I don't get up in the morning and go, you know, whose life can I fuck with a little bit today? Who can I fuck with a little bit today? Because at least that way it keeps me from looking at myself. You know, I'll fuck with him or I'll fuck with her because it keeps me from having to look at myself because I hate myself. So, you know, hating on you and talking shit about you and trying to make an example of you and being judgmental of you all the while, just trying to be you in every way they possibly can, trying to figure out how you do it. Hate, man, it destroys. It eats you up from the inside out if you let it. And it ain't worth it. It just is not worth it. To feel hatred from someone who once loved you is a very humbling and heartbreaking experience. But to stay in a relationship with someone just because you want to torment them, hate on them, spend the rest of your life, literally the rest of your life, just belittling this person, just staying with them merely to try to derail everything that they do, to sprinkle a little bit of lack on everything that you do, to where nothing that you do is right. And then after a while, you start believing that shit. You know, that kind of hatred displayed, you know, on an ongoing basis can be damaging psychologically and emotionally. You know, if you can't stand the person that you're with, then by all means get away from that person, but don't stay with that person just to torment that person. Because that's intentional, long-term hate. That's like making a hate investment, an investment in the hate bank. Now, you know, only you can discern if someone hates you or if what you have is truly hate for another individual. So you have to be honest with yourself and decide what is the root of my hatred for this person or this group of people or this idea or this whatever. What is the foundation of it? What is it in itself that makes you hate it? Fundamentally, what is it? And then you ask yourself the questions, you know, like the Marcus Aurelius thing, you know. What is it in itself? You know, the who, what, where, when, why, and how of it that makes you hate. And is it really hate? Or is it jealousy? Or is it resentment? Is it just something that you just have to hold on to because it's what gets you up in the morning? Do you have to hold on to this anger and like hatred for someone just to give you the energy to get out of bed in the morning? Because if so, you need to fucking get a life. Find anything else to hate on besides the ones that you love, the ones that don't deserve it. And no one deserves to be hated on. I mean, that's on a case-by-case basis. But, you know, we got to take the hate out of our speech first and foremost. And the backstabbing and the betrayal. You know, the two-faced bullshit that goes on is just, it's fucking nauseating. If the only thing that we have to fear is fear itself, then the only thing that we have to hate is hate itself. They hate God just because they can. It's absurd to me. Like, how can you hate something, first of all, and this goes for anything really, how can you hate anything that you don't completely understand at all? You know, that pretty much should squash it right there. How can you hate on something that you don't completely understand? Maybe it is that you don't know what you don't know about that person. And that's the part you don't understand. So that's what makes you hate them. Because you don't understand them. And it's either fear, jealousy, or resentment, vengeance. But we don't want to pass this shit down to our kids. I choose to live the rest of my life without hate. I choose to hate haters. Not even hate haters. I don't even want to hate haters. I just want to hate hate. You know? I want to be in that mindset. The only thing that we have to hate, truly, is hate itself. You know? Like, oh, what's his name said? If the only thing that we have to fear is fear itself, then the only thing that we have to hate is hate itself.
It's like, really, man? You're gonna give up your life for that shit? Yo. It's standard procedure at a party to have a Narcan thing. Start making sense of God not existing. You know? Like, if you have to fight someone, and the main event was coming up, and the prize fight was coming up, shit, I'd start eating away at his foundation if it was me, which is exactly what he's doing, and he's doing it through, you know, God's chosen people.